Hey guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing this all-new 2022 GMC Yukon AT4 with the 6.2 liter V8. And before we start, I'd like to give a huge thanks to Jordan and the rest of the management and staff here at Rivard Buick and GMC in Tampa, Florida for making this review possible. These guys have an impressive dealership. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're in the market for a new car or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Jordan. And we're going to try things a little bit differently today. I know I usually do my reviews outside of the vehicle and talk about what I see. However, we're not going to be able to do that today because it's extremely windy. We have like 40 to 50 mile an hour winds. So if I did the video like I usually would, you guys probably wouldn't really hear much outside of just wind buffering against the microphone. So I'm going to do the video inside of the car where it's really nice and quiet thanks to these nice dual pane windows. And I'll just have some picture and video overlays of what I'm talking about. But for those of you guys who don't know, the Yukon has been GMC's full-size three-row SUV since 1991. That's when the first generation was released. So it's been around for over 30 years now. Fast forward to 2021 for the 30-year anniversary, GMC released the all-new 5th generation Yukon, which finally features a fully independent rear suspension, all-new styling. We still get the 5.3 and 6.2 liter V8s. Here, we get the 6.2 liter V8, making 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque. The base AT4 includes magnetic ride control, mechanical limited slip differential, a hill-less hand control, 2-speed transfer case, skid plates up front, StabiliTrak, electronic precision shift, automatic start-stop for the engine, 20-inch aluminum wheels with carbon gray metallic accents, and all-terrain tires. The standard tech includes a 9-speaker Bose audio system, keyless open, lock and start, wireless charging, OnStar services, Wi-Fi hotspot, 10.2-inch color display, which is GMC's premium touchscreen, wireless Android Auto, and Apple CarPlay. Also great features for a base Yukon AT4. Tri-zone climate control, heated and ventilated seats, standard bucket seats up front, perforated leather seats, really beautiful design. The power folding third row is a standard feature too. LED headlamps, LED taillights, LED daytime running lights, and fog lights. Power tailgate. After all those advanced safety features, the base Yukon four-wheel drive AT4 starts at $66,000. Really not bad considering what we get. This vehicle does have a few options, starting with the 6.2 liter V8, running you an additional $2,600. $1,700 will get you these really beautiful power running boards. This onyx black paint will run you an additional $500. $500 also for this trailering package, including enhanced cooling radiator, pro-grade trailering system, trailer side blind zone alert, trailer brake controller, hitch guidance with hitch view. That's why there's two different cameras out rear. $370 gets us the bucket seats out rear, captain's chairs, $175 for the cargo mat. But after all the options, including the 6.2 liter V8, total price sitting right at $73,000 after destination. Still a pretty great value. As you mentioned, the LED headlights up front styling absolutely gorgeous. Those 275/60 R20 all-terrain tires look really aggressive on this truck. Power running boards look great. The side profile in general looks extremely aggressive. Blacked out window trim, the tints look great. B-pillars all blacked out. Smart access for all 4 passengers, the blacked out mirrors. The glass doesn't quite fill up the entire frame, but we do get blind spot monitoring on the glass and an LED turn signal on the mirror. We get the same wheel and tire setup out rear, just a smaller brake caliper will be the only difference. The rear taillights full LED, as we mentioned. Really nice rear styling. You see the GMC AT4 badging out rear. It doesn't say 6.2 anywhere. I kind of wish that it did. I'm still a big fan of this rear end styling. As you see, the wiper is integrated really well with the rear spoiler. Parking sensors out rear, quad exhaust tips too. Really aggressive look. But speaking of quad exhaust tips, let's start this 6.2 liter V8 up and hear how she sounds. All right, guys, that was, of course, the sound of the 6.2 liter V8 sold by GM for this 2022 Yukon AT4. It sounds pretty good. Unfortunately, we have like a 2,500 RPM rev limiter, which won't help us really experience the revs, but still sounds pretty impressive. As you see, we have some supports for the corner of this chassis, really aiding when it comes to handling. That's why this vehicle feels way more nimble than it is. We'll check that out once we take it out for a drive. But what you see is basically what you get. Of course, this motor makes 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque, enough to get this 3-row SUV to 60 in the low 6-second range, making it a really impressive performing SUV. That's about it though. Hope you guys can pick up the front styling. It's really nice front end. As far as the interior, the entire door panel is this really nice leather stitched material, little carbon flash beneath it, soft touch for the center portion. Nice aluminum grab handle, lock and unlock next to it. Super soft for the armrest. Perforated leather beneath. I like this brown tan contrast stitching. Auto one touch for the front windows, still power windows out rear. 2-person memory seats, memory mirrors, 2 4-way adjustable mirrors, which are power folding as well. The storage area also impressive. 2 tiers of storage. You can easily fit like 2 footlongs and a big gulp. Probably get a few wallets in that center portion. And as we mentioned, we get our Bose audio system, which does sound very, very impressive. The first thing we notice in the interior itself is the steering wheel. No 10 and 2 bolstering notches, but it's a pretty thick rim. I'm liking the tan contrast stitching. GMC logo in the middle, nice rubberized texture. As far as the horn itself, really aggressive sounding horn, to be expected with a full-size SUV, but people should definitely be getting out of your way. Cruise control settings on the left side, forward collision alert, which you can disable, voice commands, you got your call settings, and you can adjust this infotainment screen with this dial right over here. I'm liking the trim surrounding the steering wheel itself, and you get a 6 o'clock spoke as well. To the left of the steering wheel, electronic parking brake, lane keeping assist, active steering, traction control, hill descent control, parking sensors which you can disable, auto start stop, charger, onboard charger you can turn on and off, 4-wheel drive auto, 4 high, 4 low, and 2 high. Of course, this vehicle has drive mode select. Also in the left side of the steering wheel, we have normal, sport, tow haul, and off-road mode. We'll start this review off in normal, transition into sport, and see what the overall differences are. Lighting controls, trailer brake controller as well. As far as the turn signal stocks, we get automatic rain sensing wipers, which is a nice feature, automatic headlamps too, and the turn signal stock has a pretty satisfying click to it. Power tilt and telescoping steering wheel, also a really nice feature for a luxury SUV. Engine start stop right next to it. Leather trim for this entire dash area. Contrast tan stitching for the dashboard itself. Really a premium look. A little bit of faux carbon fiber beneath this touchscreen. It has a little bit of plastic over it, so I'm not going to touch it. Let the owner do whatever they would like with the touchscreen. But we have Google Maps as our navigation system. We currently don't have the location set up for this vehicle, but it's still really impressive system. As far as like the rear view camera, unbelievable resolution, guys. Really a great HD camera, guidance lines and trajectory. Beneath that, we have this nice leather stitch trim. Gear selector with the park, reverse, neutral, drive. You pull, reverse, and drive. You push, park, and neutral. Low gear and manual shift modes right next to it. Air vents, hazards, a little bit of storage right here, which is lined and felt, and also pretty large. I can fit my entire hand in there. That's actually pretty impressive. Hazards beneath, a little bit of aluminum outlining it. Perforated leather, media controls with the climate beneath it. Dual zone auto climate control, heated and ventilated seats. And as far as the heated seat function, you can adjust whether or not you like your butt and back heated or just your back. Really nice feature. You can turn off the rear climate right here too. USB-C, USB port, and a 12-volt wireless charger as well. This whole trim area for where your knee will often hit against too. Really soft leather trim with the tan contrast stitching. 2 cup holders with the pass-through, good spot for a phone. Should be able to fit up to like a 16-20 ounce bottle with no problem. No piano black for the center area. This armrest super soft with that same contrast stitching, a little perforated material in the center. As far as the console itself, massive, guys. This thing's huge, and you have a pretty large tray right over here. You can fit quite a bit of stuff, some coins, some phones, car accessories, USB-C, USB port, and you're probably fitting a bowling ball in here. Probably get a 12-pack of cans outside of that bowling ball. Really a massive center console. As soon as we get this tray set back up, we can shut this thing up. As far as the glove box, also super impressive, damped, lined with felt, and it's massive. You're easily fitting between 25, maybe even 30 license plates in there. As far as storage capacity, this SUV really does not disappoint. The only thing that I would expect that this vehicle doesn't have is for the $73,000 price range, it would be nice to get a panoramic moonroof, but that's like a nitpicky complaint. I understand that's an option, but I feel like it should be standard with a vehicle in this price range. It's not a frameless rear view mirror, but a very good zoom. I can see pretty clearly exactly what's out of that rear windshield. It feels like it's closer than what it was like in the 2018 Ford Explorer that we reviewed in this channel. Up here, we have the adjustments for the tailgate. So if you're a shorter driver, you can have it only open 3/4 of the way so you can still reach the button. Right up top, you can fold the rear seats from the front seat, also a nice feature, and 3 garage home link settings on it. The interior lighting, LED, nice interior lights. I'm also really liking these seats. The design is great with the AT4 badge On the headrest, perforated leather, which helps the heated and cooled function. Two-way lumbar control, you can recline, drop, lift, and slide the seats, all controlled down on the side. Really impressive luxury SUV, guys, and it's very off-road capable too. That's about it for the front seat. Let's check out the back seat real quick, see how much space is offered back there, as well as the overall quality of the materials. All right, guys, stepping in the back seat of the 2022 Yukon AT4. Again, all the trim out here is blacked out. Roof rails up top too, blacked out tints for the hatch. Really aggressive looking truck. We can open her up right back here. Stitching for the top portion, that faux carbon fiber right beneath, very similar to what we had up front. Soft touch for the center, nice soft padding with some perforated trim beneath it. No auto one touch for the rear, wouldn't really be expected, and it's currently locked anyway. Nice aluminum door handle. Bose premium audio system, decent storage back here, 2 tiers. Storage is really impressive in this SUV, to be expected. It is full size. AT4 badge right beneath. The rear seats, not the most supportive when it comes to bolstering, but they're fully adjustable in terms of reclining and sliding, which is nice. As far as legroom, we can take a step back here. It doesn't look to be very impressive. I'm 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings, and yeah, so I'm getting pretty close. We're gonna have to slide these seats back a little bit, so by doing so, you just, wow, okay, now it's actually really impressive. I have a ton of space back here, and you can recline, basically lay down in these seats. Wow, this is really comfortable back here. Definitely a thumbs up. This is one of the more comfortable luxury SUVs on the road. Behind the 2 front seats, you get map pockets, 3rd zone, auto climate control with 2 USB-Cs, AC adapter on the bottom. And since this SUV has captain's chairs, we're not gonna get a center console with an armrest. Each passenger back here gets an individual armrest. That's about it, guys. Up top, you notice your 2 air vents, the LED lights back here as well. But that's about it for the 2nd row. Let's check out the 3rd row real quick. Check out the trunk, and then take this car out for a drive. All right, guys, so to get into the 3rd row, you simply press this 2 times, which allows you to lift. Oh, okay, it just does it automatically. That's pretty cool. But anyway, taking a step back here into the 3rd row of the Yukon. Wow, that's actually really impressive. The 3rd row has just about the same amount of room as the 2nd. I apologize for the glare. We currently have the door open. Back here, you can have like a Red Bull, maybe a 12-ounce size cup holder, a decent spot for some coins. USB-C port, that is convenient. Good spot to charge even in the 3rd row. And we get vents even in the 3rd row. Same thing on the other side. Pretty spacious, definitely impressive back here. I wasn't expecting to have this much space. Let's check out the trunk real quick with the 3rd rows both up and down. And check it out. So to get out of this 3rd row, you simply pull this latch one more time, and wow, really convenient. It's actually super easy getting in and out of this 3rd row. Should be expected. This vehicle is a full-size SUV. That's why you buy a full-size SUV, for the 2nd and 3rd row comfort and accessibility. But to enter the trunk, you simply press this button right underneath the Rivard, Buick, and GMC license plate cover, and shout out to them for making this review possible. Once we open it up, pretty impressive amount of space. It's just a really high step in height. I'm 6 feet tall, and my knee is a good like 8, maybe 10 inches below the step in height. So if you have older or smaller pets, don't expect them to have the easiest time hopping back here. But anyway, even with the 3rd rows up, you have a decent amount of space for groceries. Not the most. We get a little secret storage beneath, but again, really not the most. You can fit some stuff down there. As far as like the spare tire, it's all underneath. Back here, you see your independent rear suspension. The Yukon was a little bit late to the party for the independent rear suspension, but we finally got it. Once we drop these 3rd row seats, which you can do by pressing these buttons right over there, and you see the first one falls, you press the 2nd one, and it falls right down. Next to it, we have an additional AC adapter, which is real nice if you're tailgating, you want to be sitting back here. You have an AC adapter right over there. That's about it though for the cargo space. Huge amount of space with the 3rd rows down. You fold those 2nd rows down, you can probably fit just about any size TV back here. I don't think they make TVs big enough to not fit in this cargo area. To shut it up, you can press this button right over there. It shuts immediately up. You take one more look at the rear styling, and let's take this 2022 GMC Yukon AT4 with the 6.2 liter V8 out for a drive. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of this all new 2022 GMC Yukon AT4 with a 6.2 liter V8. Let's take it out for a drive. And first thing I notice is the commanding view of the road is excellent, just like the GMC Sierra, and the steering feels pretty on center considering the size of a truck that this thing is. Gas pedal responsive, 6.2, basically straight out of the Camaro. Only here we make 420 horsepower, but 460 pound-feet of torque. And speaking of that, we got a wide open road. Let's try out an acceleration off the line in this AT4 with the 6.2 on the gas. Oh my gosh. Oh God. I was not expecting that, guys. Holy crap, this thing took off. Yeah, that took off even harder than the AT4 Sierra with the 6.2. Wow. Definitely impressive. And just cruising along at around 35 miles an hour, basically silent. We get dual pane windows, very thick dual pane windows too. Impressive, guys. As far as turning radius, we got a roundabout right here. We'll let the guy behind us pass, and then I'll catch back with you. All right, guys, as far as the turning radius right here, ooh, it is sharp. Wow, we're not even close to being done with the steering rack. Wow. Sharp turning radius and big bump right here. Boom. Oh, yeah, this thing is a beast, guys. Wow, I am impressed. I like this thing a lot. We got a couple speed bumps coming up. Should really help us check out this car's ride quality. We're barely going to even slow down for him right here. It's like it wasn't even there. You can hear the water bottle tossing around over here, but other than that, super quiet, guys. Boom. That was a speed bump. It's like it doesn't even exist. Unbelievably quiet interior. The ride quality is excellent with this off-road tuned suspension, these really beefy all-terrain tires. But all right, guys, we'll try it out in sport real quick, just see what the differences are. As soon as we get the chance, we'll hop out onto this multiple lane highway and get a little bit more sensitive on the gas. Ooh. Yeah, guys, this thing is an absolute beast. I could definitely see 0 to 60 happening in the low 6-second range, maybe even a little bit quicker. This vehicle is really, really impressive. As far as turning radius from a first-hand perspective, check it out right here. Pretty sharp, as you see. Nice. And as soon as we can, we'll take a step out right here and on the gas. Oh, guys, this thing just takes off. It is a no joke SUV. This thing can really move. And right here we got a train track coming up. Boom. You feel it definitely, but it's a very, very capable SUV. But overall, it's an impressive SUV, and although it's a massive one at that, the visibility isn't bad at all. The rear view, I'm not sure if I can position my head so that you can see. It feels like the rear view mirror is actually closer than it is. Surprisingly impressive. And one more time, about half throttle. Go about 3,500 RPM, and we get to speed real quickly. Bump, boom, it's like it's not even there. This thing is an absolute beast. This is a beast of a truck. With a 6.2 liter V8, I understand it's gonna compromise a little bit of the fuel economy, but as far as like miles per gallon, it's definitely up there, because you have a nice SUV, nice truck, and this thing can move with a good V8 throaty sound to go along with it. You throw like a muffler delete, resonator delete, get this thing a little bit like rumbly. This is a nice truck. And even in sport mode, the steering doesn't really change. We still use our overdrive gears for the transmission, so you really don't get that much of a difference in sport. It is nice to have it nevertheless, but still, I'd recommend just leaving it in normal mode if you're gonna be doing just daily driving. All in all, guys, I'm really impressed with this all-new 2022 Yukon AT4 with the 6.2 liter V8. Unbelievable engine, great truck. It feels surprisingly small for what it is. GM's really been killing it with their steering racks. It doesn't feel quite on center as the Sierras do. Even the 3500 Sierra had a really impressive steering rack. This is a fantastic truck all around though. The acceleration is great. We'll try one more little acceleration run as soon as this guy in front of us makes his right turn. Rolling start on the gas. Yeah, this thing can really pick up speed, and it sounds good. This 6.2 liter V8 sounds very good. All in all, really impressive SUV. If you're looking for a luxury off-road capable 3-row spacious full-size SUV. This is a fantastic option. I understand we're passing the $70,000 mark, but you're getting your money's worth. This vehicle is loaded when it comes to luxury. You got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto wireless, 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque, crisp shifting transmission. The view out of this vehicle is really impressive. It feels a lot smaller than it actually is. I actually think this truck or SUV does feel smaller than the Ford Expedition. The Expedition with its EcoBoost motor may make a little bit more torque, but it's really not a noticeable difference. Again, 460 pound-feet of torque is nothing to joke about. The leather materials for the dashboard, the door panels, super premium look. The 12-inch digital display looks fantastic. Great luxury SUV, ton of space. Basically an off-road Escalade, honestly. This vehicle is super impressive. I would definitely recommend anybody looking for a luxury, off-road capable or not, 3-row SUV to check this one out. It looks fantastic, drives fantastic, and really luxurious. All in all though, huge thank you to Jordan and the rest of the management and staff here at Rivard Buick and GMC here in Tampa, Florida for making this review possible. Really impressive dealership. I'll leave a link to their inventory below. And if you're in the market for a new or used vehicle in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And as for Jordan, other than that though, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know I have endless gratitude for all the subscribers. You know, the channel is just not possible without you guys, and I really have a huge appreciation for each and every one of you. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, leave a like too. It really helps me out the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people now. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let me know if there's any specific cars or trucks that you'd like to see reviewed in this channel too. And I'll definitely try to get those videos for you as soon as possible. But other than that, again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.